I think that the Democrats are the lesser of two evils in terms of absolutely. I don't think that they're so much better off. I just think that they're the lesser of the two. And in terms of extremism and conservatism, I think they're the lesser of the two. In terms of being a black man, I'm still disenfranchised. So if you ask me which one is better, none of them are better because I'm still a black man in this country. 57 years later, still struggling with racism and everything that's going with it. So in terms of opportunity, there is to a degree, but it's always about, like you said, who you're affiliated with and who they know, so that, come on. It's not always about where you come from. A lot of times in this particular country, it's about who you know. And for me, as a black man, there's a lot of things I could do, but then what about me? And how would I feel about me? So there's a lot of things that I do not, for my own personal reasons, partake of, because I still have to be able to look in the mirror and face me. In other words, I understand that money is great to have, but people in this particular country, because of it being a capitalist society, if you will, they really have put all their elk and belief into paper, only to find out in the end you can't take it with you, you never could, and you have to constantly replace it. So either it gets stolen, you have to replace it, either somebody tries to take it from you or you get killed for it, or you're hoarding it, so you're afraid of people in general. So, I mean, really, what's good for me in terms of just living, the greatest reward for me every day is waking up in the morning, not what I do or don't have. You understand? That's not a definition of who I am. It's never been, it will never be. My thing is this, Lee, is even though I'm in this country and I'm a citizen and so on and so forth, I still deal with the same social ills that I've dealt with all my life. I've been fighting all of my life. Let's not be foolish here, or uninformed. We know where we're at. I'm a 57-year-old man. I'm well informed, and I'm presently totally here in the present. So, there's a lot of things in terms of discrepancies that I still have to deal with, whether I want to or not. How I deal with them will always determine the outcome. It works if it's applied the right way. If everybody's in terms of equal medical, economic, social, schooling, education, then what's everybody screaming about? Because everybody's getting the same rate of pay, economically, socially, everybody's basically living their life in terms of being able to pay their bills and their livelihood. So where is this big difference? When you use things, I'm David. I'm a black man who happens to live in America, who happens to be subjected to racism, bigotry, hypocrisy, all the ills of this particular society, as great as it is. So I don't know if this country is better off or worse off than any other country, because it still has a lot of infrastructural problems that somehow they still have not addressed, period. Even though it's as late as it is in the 21st century, they haven't. So, I mean, I don't know if we're moving at 80 miles an hour with the fucking brakes on or what. I just don't know. It's a great opportunity because it allows people to really culturally come together, find out who each other is, find out their backgrounds, if it's applied right. You always going to have people that think ill of anything that's supposed to be good or represent something that is for universal use or celebration. You're always going to have that. You're always going to have mass shootings in this country. So the Olympics going to be held in Beijing next year is a opportunity. It's an eye-opener. It's something where people can let down their guard and really just enjoy being an Olympian or at the Olympics. I mean, but people always turn it political, like they always have. What else is new under the sun?
I interview a lot of people, and most of them are young people. How do you think differently now versus how you thought maybe 40 years ago?
Well, the world has changed and so have I. I mean, dramatically. I think that there has been some advancements in terms of people or races, if you will, but we still have a long way to go. In the 40 years that I've been alive, or the 40 year differences, there's been institutions that are no longer here. Banks have closed. Economically, we're still unstable. So I don't know if we still have the same problems, or there have been improvements. That's all I can say. But I think, again, there's a lot of work to be done. It's very obvious. It really, truly is. And we can't do it. We have to do it together, collectively, in a collective. And for me saying this, I'm only one person, but I know that I have a voice. I know I'll be heard. And someone, somewhere will respond in kind. So I've done my job. It's a tragedy how they're killing Asians for no reason because of their Asians. I mean, come on. What have we come to? What have we really come to, Mr. Lee? Tell me. That's human life. We don't have the right to do that, but we're doing it anyway. Come on. I mean, really. What kind of a question is that? They're just killing them because they might as well be black. They might as well be. They're killing them now in record numbers. What's that about? Where's the significance? What is it supposed to mean? What are we supposed to learn from that? Why is it even happening? So, yeah, that's how I see that. Absolutely, yes. You can see it. You can feel it. Come on, Lee. I've been in this country all my life, so yes, I think it's necessary. Come on. The old guard needs to be removed so that there can be fresh ideas and the fresh exchange of communication and just, youth where they can take innovation to another level or education. Come on, we need that. We need that. And a lot of times it's misplaced and misused for the wrong reasons. As we already know, Mr. Lee, we already know when the insurrection happened over there in the Capitol, it wasn't supposed to be that way. Donald Trump was one of the worst presidents we will ever experience in this country. We already know who he was and who he is. When he dies, like every man, woman, and child will physically experience on this material physical plane, he has to answer for everything he did. Period. That's it. Like, I don't know where this great mystery would come from, that all of us are living in and breathing and enjoying the air and the sunshine, but one day we won't be here. So what are you going to do, and how are you going to allot for the time you're here? So, I mean, come on. It's burning from the, no, you can't take your money, your materialism with you. You never could, you never will be able to. It's just not possible, people. That goes for all races, all backgrounds, all social, wherever you come from. If you're human and you wake up in the morning and you're breathing oxygen, you're gonna die one day. So in the time before you die, what you do is what's gonna really matter. Thank you.
What do you think are some of the differences between blacks, like an African and an African American versus a Jamaican? What do you think are some of the differences?
They come from their country and they think they're better than we are. But there is no distinction. Where is the distinction? Their language might be different. Where is it? We're still the same color. They have different traditions or different ways of living, but there's no difference because they come here to get the equality that they don't have in their country. So where is the difference? You tell me. They're oppressed over there. Why are they coming in droves over here? I don't see the difference. When they come here in terms of us being black Americans or Americans period, there's a division and a distinction in terms of I'm better than, no, you're not. You came here, so I'm better than you because I have what you seek. You don't have over there in your country. So this differentiation in terms of class and class distinction, it doesn't really exist. And I've confronted many of them where they immediately back up because I say what I say factually in terms of what I know about my history, how long I've been in, the fact that they just got here. No, there's no distinction. It's just not. There are people that are led to believe that, Lee. You know that, but it's not.
Do you make videos yourself?
No.
Why not?
Because I'm HIV positive. I've been for 22 years. I have polycystic kidney disease. There's other things wrong with me, so when I come out here, I try to enjoy the people. I sing, I dance, I write my poetry. I'm here to live, not make a statement per se, but if someone should learn something or get something out of what I've said, then I've done my job. I'm not looking for money per se because, again, money is good to have if it's used properly. Most of the time it's not, so it usually consumes and destroys everything in its path, particularly here in America.
You come here often?
Every day. I'm homeless. I don't look it because it's homelessness a crime. When was being homeless last considered a crime? Anybody, Mr. Lee, can become homeless. I happen to be homeless. It's just that simple. And because I am homeless, I don't have to look like I'm dirty, a waif, or I'm unloved. I don't have to look like that. That is not a requirement. You see that a lot because people just give up. I'm one of the people that refuses to give up, period.
So what keeps you coming back to this spot?
The culture, the people, the sunshine, the air, the fact that it's lively, the fact that it's so diverse. That's what keeps me coming back.
So can you tell me like the most positive experience that you've had here?
Yes, I sang in front of 2,000 people on election day last year, and it was like tripping the life fantastic. I met a ton of people. It was just like, it was great. It was really, really great, and it happens a lot in this walk. So to meet people, to communicate, to exchange ideas, to just look at somebody in the eyes as opposed to a phone or a video is what it's all about for me.
You keep in touch with those folks?
Sometime, but I don't have a phone. My life is not stable, so I come here so I can see them because they always come here. They always do. As big as the world is, Mr. Lee, it's quite small. Do know I speak the truth.
All right, now, so we talked about your most positive experience. What is your most negative experience? That you had?
Having HIV and being ridiculed and people attempting to humiliate me based on my status.
So you get bullied here in this park?
No, never bullied. People say what they say and I say what I say back, and they go about their business and I go about mine. I know how to obviously advocate and speak up for myself. I would think you of all people would know that firsthand based on this interview. Is pay it forward in your own way, but make sure that you pay it forward. That's my reward, because I don't have a lot longer on this earth. I know I don't. I'm not worried about that. I'm not afraid of dying. I'm not trying to die, but I'm not afraid of dying. There is a great distinction here, everyone. Believe that.
How do people get a hold of you if they want to reach out to you?
Come to this park. They can come here on a day like today, and I'm always here. I'm not hard to miss because I'm always circling. I'm always doing my poetry. I'm always meeting people, and that's what sustains me, is their love and their support. People that I don't know, have never met, and for me, the exchange is the reward. How could it not be? That's the lost art. It really is.
You want to give a shout out to anybody?
I want to shout out to my brother Kenny, Dwayne, Karen, Stephen, Elliot, my mother, may you rest in peace. My sister, may you rest in peace. Valerie, you are the best. I love you, girl. And for all of the people that are going to see this, just remember me and pray for me. That would help a lot. Thank you very much. This has been great.
Do I have your permission to put this on the internet?
Yes. Listen, Lee,